Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Blue Ridge Off Grid. It's a cool day up here again. It's been about 34, 35 degrees, just warm enough to make liquid snow. Just warm enough for it to be nothing but liquid. But it's finally stopped raining, and it's just pretty cool today, and we're snug as a bug in a rug up here. We have a good fire going, and all's well. But we really appreciate your support here today, and we're glad that you joined us. Today we're going to talk about land. And we've had a lot of folks asking us, how did you come across the land that you decided to purchase to create your off-grid experience? And that was difficult. We started looking ourselves, and we started doing research. And one of the things that you need to take into consideration before you create an off-grid experience or a tiny home experience or a combination is that whether or not the land that you're looking at has any type of restrictions or impositions. So that's very, very important as you go forward with your project. We were looking for unrestricted land. That's what we wanted. And basically what unrestricted land is, and I'm just going to say it in a nutshell, it means you can do whatever in the heck you want to do with it. And I am a firm believer that when you purchase land, you ought to be able to do what you want to do with it. But sadly, that's not the case anymore. Unrestricted land is very difficult to come by. It is very difficult to find. It typically is available in the mountainous regions of any state because of the hills and because of the ravines and things. So unrestricted land is difficult. It is more common in the mountain areas. In the flatter areas of the state of North Carolina, it is very hard to come by, very hard to come by. So unrestricted means that you basically can do whatever you want to do without any restrictions or impositions. And that is very important. We loved the land when we came and looked at it. It has great views. We do have some ravines and some areas that are quite steep, but that's to be expected because we're in the mountains. And those areas are going to serve a purpose going forward as we intend on putting a little private gun range in and using that natural ravine, the land to actually be a natural berm to shoot into. So when you're looking at land, you need to have all of those things that you're looking to accomplish. You need to factor all of those things in before you make a decision on land. But the key today is unrestricted. That's what you need to be looking for. One thing we did do is we hired or sought advice from a realtor as well. I had a realtor friend who I reached out to. I'm going to give her a little kudos today. Her name is Delia Knight Stanley, and Delia Knight, and she's with Allen Tate, and she pretty much knew what we wanted to do. We sat down and we discussed it with her and told her what we were looking to accomplish, what our goals were, what we were looking to do, and she helped us find what we were looking for. And we've been all over. Trust me, we went a little bit of everywhere. And prepare for that. You don't get disgusted if the first one or two or three or four parcels of land that you look at don't turn out to be what you exactly want, or what maybe you're not feeling it. Don't get discouraged. You have to continue to look. That's what it's all about. It's about persistence and being resilient. That's what off-grid living is about. So if you want to do this project, be prepared to be persistent and be prepared to be resilient. Be right back. we thank you for joining us today for this edition of Blue Ridge Off Grid. And we just want to leave you with a little side note. Unrestricted land, that's the key. And if you start looking at land and you find parcels that have easements, don't be discouraged by those. Sometimes an easement can be of great benefit to you. An example of an easement is access to a creek or a stream or a body of water. That definitely is of great benefit to you if you're trying to achieve an off-grid experience. The rooster's on again today. You hear him. Thank you again for joining us. Please give us a thumbs up if you can below, share and subscribe. We're grateful for all of you guys, and we will see you soon.